What's going on, guys? xJMx here, and today I'm bringing you my 2,000 subscriber Q&A. Now, before we get into that, I just got a new mic, so if it sounds a little different or whatnot, that is why. Now, I still don't have a pop filter, so the quality might not be the best, but it is better than it was, I'll tell you that much. I got a blue Yeti. Now, the gameplay you're going to see is Black Ops 1 Crisis Domination. I ended up going 50 and 14, which is actually really good for me on Treyarch games, so there's that. And a couple days ago, I asked you guys to tweet at me with the hashtag Jamn2K questions you wanted to see in this Q&A. Now, this was supposed to go up, I think, last weekend, but then my mic broke and wouldn't let me record, so had to wait till I got a new one, which I just did today, so I can make this video. Now, one more thing before I get into it, I just want to thank you guys so much for 2,000 subscribers. I didn't really think I'd get here this fast, or as fast as I did. Now, I know SOAR helped, but either way, thank you guys so much for all the amazing support and feedback you show me on my videos, and the more likes and comments and feedback I get, the more motivation I get to make these videos. So, thank you again. Now, jumping right into the questions, the first one comes from @Bursts, and he asks, why do you knife instead of snipe? Now, I've been knifing for almost 2.5 years now, and basically I just find it more fun. That's as simple as that. I suck at sniping, and I started knifing a long time ago because I wanted to be more original, and I was in the sniping community and all that, but basically I just have more fun knifing than I do sniping. The next question coming from @XRS_Noah. How did you come up with the idea of quest feeding? Now, for those of you who don't know, quest feeding is the use of holding a primary or secondary weapon while throwing knife feeding or axe feeding or whatever game you may be playing. For example, holding a sniper or a shotgun while going for a quad spike. And to answer that, I've actually always done this. Ever since the Modern Warfare 3 days when I was playing Drop Zone on MW3, I thought it looked cooler holding a weapon rather than just holding my tack knife. As well, it gave me more of an excuse to go for throwing knives instead of knifing because it's simply harder to melee while holding a primary. The next question comes from @WhoKnives, and he asks, what clan wouldn't you leave xJMx for? Now, the real question here is, what clan would I leave xJMx for? I obviously wouldn't leave as a leader because I love leading the team, love everybody in it, and it's just a fun time all around. However, as a player, obviously I would join FaZe and then Red. Those are really the only two teams that even have my interest at the moment other than xJMx, which leads perfectly into the next question from @SPGSP. Have you ever considered leaving xJMx as a leader? The answer would be no, because I love it and I love everyone in it, and it's just really fun. The next question comes from @xJMxSloth. Can I jam mine in you? Yes. The next question coming from @It'sAbvi. Do you believe in hybrids? And yes, I do, if you mean hybrids as in people who trickshot and knife or do both. Yes, I do. You can have fun doing both, so why not do both? He also has another question. Will you miss working at Target? Now, for those of you who don't know, I work at Target in the electronics department. They've recently decided to leave Canada, so they'll be closing all of their Canadian locations, so I will be out of a job. And to answer that, yes, I will. I really liked working there and met a lot of fun people. Where I will work next, I don't know. The next question comes from @Joel, aka Mio. He asks, how many provinces / territories / states have you been to? Now, I do travel quite a bit, so I'm not going to go listing them all off because I have been to quite a few states. But provinces, I've actually only ever been to BC, which I don't know if you guys know Canadian geography or anything, but that is basically the west coast of Canada. I live in Alberta, which is the next province over. The weird thing is, I've probably been to more areas in the States than I have in Canada, and I live in Canada. The next question comes from @RyeGuyBills, and he asks, fuck, marry, kill, Sloth, Chosen's, Rye. Now, we're gonna think logically here because they're all great guys. Rye, he's amazing, so I would obviously marry him without question. Don't even have to think about the other two because there's no one else who would compete with that. Which leaves me either killing Chosen or Sloth. Now Sloth is an xJMx, but he is also a little bit younger, so that may be a little weird. So we'd probably kill him and then leave Chosen's for the fun. Come on guys, have you seen those face cams? The next question comes from @TixKno, Jelly or Jam. I can't believe you just asked this question. The next question comes from @NatosAX. He asks, were you ever a leader of any other team other than xJMx? Now the answer is yes, but have you heard of these teams? No. I led Soul and Lost, which were both little sniping teams who didn't even make it to 2,000 subscribers back in 2012-2013, so a long time ago. @xJMx Nitro asks, if you didn't own a beagle, what other pets would you like to have? And honestly, I love huskies. I don't know if you guys have seen Viper's husky or the picture of his husky. It is adorable. Like, I tweet it out every once in a while. Wow. It's just perfect. @Wazo asks, will you be returning to editing normally? I would like to. I don't think I will edit normally or regularly again, but it is fun to go back and edit every once in a while, especially now when I'm not really motivated to play as much. This next one I was asked 3 times in 3 tweets, so we're just gonna go @xJMxPixel, @xJMxDisplays, and @xJMxAxel. Wow, that is a hard one to say. Say that 10 times fast, I dare you. But they ask, what is my favorite COD? And that to play obviously would be Ghosts. I play that one a lot. Now Axel expanded his question and he said rank them in order, like rank all my favorite CODs in order. Playing wise, it would go Ghosts, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Modern Warfare 3, Advanced Warfare, and then literally every other game on the planet, and then Black Ops 2. @Patriot Knives asks, who will win the Super Bowl in 2032? Now, of course, you want me to say the Patriots, but I'm going to say the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. @Neko Knives asks, why are you so beautiful? It's because I own a beagle. @xJMx Peckerwood asks, who inspired you the most to play and edit? This is actually a really hard question, and it took me a while to think of the answers. Playing wise, it would have to be down to Manoobs, Iced, and Slade, because back in the pre-xJMx knifing days, when there was really nothing there, that's who I watched and who I supported, so they kind of guided me into the knifing. Editing wise, it would probably be Tyrant and Vish, but when I started editing, it would probably be Pidgey. I really liked his edits way back then. Visions, wow. @Era Huey asks, when did you start YouTube? Did you start sniping first or knifing? I started YouTube in June 2012, and officially I started knifing there. Now, before YouTube, I did snipe a little bit, but I wasn't that good, so that gravitated toward knifing. Ooh, we have a FaZe member in here. @Ice Knife asks, how did you start YouTube? So way back in 2012, I was at my friend's house, and we were playing COD, and he showed me FaZe Clan on YouTube, actually, and I watched a few montages. Later that night, I went home and watched, like, a lot more, and sniping and trying to hit clips, even though I was absolutely terrible. A couple weeks later, we ended up trying to make a team, and it went horribly. We, like, used YouTube video editor and theater mode recordings and some, like, 30 FPS AverMedia that I bought off Amazon or something. It was terrible. It was not worth it, which went on for a couple weeks, but then we were invited to a team with 100 subscribers, or I think less than that, and that's when I started knifing because I wanted to be more original. @xJMx Cloudies asks, how did you become a really good knifer? I played a lot. @xJMx Class asks, who are the top 3 nicest people you've met on here? Now, without question, they'd have to be Slade, Michael, and Becca. Thankfully, I'm still friends with them to this day. They mean a whole ton to me, and I'm thankful to have them. I'm also thankful for all you guys watching the video. That's all the questions I can get through today, but I did enjoy this quite a bit, so leave a like if you did, comment on what you thought, and if you want to see another Q&A from me in the future, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and as always, jam out.